Hi, Amy of Fashion Toppings here, and I got a surprise in the mail today, so I have to show you. You know how I love Irresistible Me products, and they sent me the all-in-one curling tool. They sent me several curling tools in the past for me to try out, and so they surprised me and sent me another one. And what I like about this one is like there's 8 curling irons in one, and I'm gonna insert a picture of my curling iron drawer. I have curling irons of every sizes. I have a triple barrel iron to give me the kinks. I have their tools I keep in their beautiful boxes that they send, because they send such nice magnetized boxes, and so I don't have to keep those in a drawer. They stay in my closet, and then when I use them, and then I put them back in their boxes so it doesn't take up a drawer. This one showed up. It is so cool. It came rolled up in this beautiful case. I feel like a professional hairdresser when I get to use this, because look at this case. It unfolds, and look at, those are all the curling iron wands, and then it rolls back up for you to put back in the box and put away when you're done using it. But this case has got so many curling irons, and so I had it for about 2 weeks, and I've tried out each one of the curling irons, and I have 2 favorites. I have one that I don't like at all, but only one. The rest of them I've had fun with, and I used the favorite one today. I've had my hair curled since early this morning, and so it's been almost 6 hours now, and I still have all the curls. I shook out the curls a little bit, but this is kind of a fun little beachy wave. Now, I get this, the barrel that I like the most is it's similar to the steam curling iron that I use, the one that sucks in your hair, steams it, and lets it out. This is just a little bit bigger of a curl, and I think that's why I'm gravitating to this one being one of my favorites. Let me show you first of all how it works. You get this little wand without the curling iron attachment at the top, and it's got the 360, which all their hair products do. That is huge for me, because I hate having when my cord gets all twisted, and then you gotta stop and you have to untwist it. And so this is the 360. So that's one thing I like, that they stuck with that. This one's blue. You know, they change colors with each one of their curling tools. The flat iron's red, and then my steam curler is like duck egg blue. And so I'll show you my favorite. This one is my favorite. Okay, it's thinner at, I think it's called the 1325 millimeter, because I think it's 13 millimeters here and 25 millimeters here. So I like having the wider tip at the end and the smaller barrel at the top. So I have the tighter curl at the top, but then it loosens. And I think that's what holds my curl longer. These are the tourmaline barrels, and so they're supposed to be better for your hair than just plain ceramic. But it's so cool. You just attach these. Now you have to, the first time you do this, it's gonna be kind of tough, because you got to look at, there's a little groove in here, and you got to line the groove up, and there's a couple notches. You pop it in, and then you have to spin. You have to spin it to lock it in place. There. See those little dots? So, dot there. One's unlock, one's lock. You just have to line everything up. That's all there is to it. And then it has a digital display like the rest of the curling irons do. And the nice thing is this does have the power button right here, and you think you'd be turning it off every time you touched it, but it has, like when you turn it on, it freezes. So you have to actually hold down and double click it twice to turn it off and turn it on. And so when you do, you know, have your hand over it, you're not accidentally, you'll hear a beep ever so often, but you're not turning it off. You can see it's still displayed with the heat. It's you have to double click it. So that's kind of a safety thing, so you're not accidentally turning your curling iron off. I believe this goes from like 230 degrees up to like 450. I usually use it at 380 is what I normally use, but it's also it's the rods. It doesn't have the clamps. And the nice thing is back in the 80s, we all used to use the curling iron that had the clamp that held your hair in. But think about it. You're putting the clamp on the end of your hair, and then you're turning. Now the end of your hair, look how long it is underneath that clamp. By the time you roll your hair up, and then you feel until the heat comes all the way through, and then you let go, the tips of your hair are underneath that clamp for so long, it is really hard on your hair. It causes your split ends, it causes, you know, all that damage to be done to the ends of your hair. So a lot of curling iron companies are going with these clampless curling irons. It's just a rod. And, you know, you just wrap your hair around it. And then, so everything is touching the barrel equal amount of time, and then you let go, and then you've got your curl. So this size one is my favorite. I'm gonna show you some of the other ones. I'm gonna show you my least favorite right now. Okay, so if you have long hair, this will probably work for you. This is so weird looking. It's called the pearl. Now, if you have long hair, this would probably work for you, but with me, the length of my hair, this curling iron this little attachment was a little bit dangerous for me. See, I'm gonna show you another one. The other ones all have a plastic tip, which protects you from the heat. So when you're wrapping around, you got that added protection of the tip being plastic, so you're not gonna have the heat at the tip. This is the only one that doesn't have that plastic at the tip. So if you can see my arm, I burnt it pretty good because this one, not knowing it didn't have, I tried out every one of the rods, I told you. So when I'm rolling this one, I was rolling it in here, and so wrapping it around, I accidentally hit my wrist and it left a pretty good burn mark. And so this is my least favorite, just for the fact it does not have the plastic tip. And because of the shape and how it works, I get the same curl out of the other different size rods that I probably won't ever use this one, because like I said, my hair is not long enough. Having that hot tip so close to my neck, I end up protecting my neck and burning my arm. So this one I don't like. But the rest of them I do like, because the rest of them all have that plastic tip. But you have all different sizes. There's 8 different sizes. I mean, if you have long hair and you just want that subtle wave, look at the size of this one. That's huge. I mean, I use this one. I like this one. This big one, I like it, but it's too big of a curl for my hair, so it won't last as long for me. This is more, I think, for people who have long hair who want just that nice flow, big curl. This would be good with my extensions. And then they have some smaller ones. This one is really good for my hair. It's the perfect size, and that's just for a consistent same size loop or twist. It's the same size from the top to the bottom, but I still like the one that is thinner at the top, just so I have a tighter curl at the base. And like I said, this has been 6 hours. I already took my son to school, and I have an hour commute up, an hour commute back, plus I sit on campus, so this has actually worked out pretty good. Now this one is for, you know, if you have girls that are like cheerleaders and they need that tight ringlet curl, voila, this thing is perfect. This gives you that, I'm gonna age myself right now, but this gives you that Shirley Temple, really tight ringlet curl that you're not gonna brush out, you're just gonna shake it and you're gonna have just all the ringlets all over. So this is really good if you have a daughter who's in cheerleading, dance team, and you need to have all those ringlet curls up in the ponytail. This one's perfect. Now this curling iron I don't recommend for kids. This would be a parent curling the child's hair, because since it doesn't have a clamp, they do supply a glove, a heat glove, you know, until you get used to it so you're not burning your fingers when you get close to the tip with your hair. But I don't like to have to wear the glove. But I pay attention, and I've never burnt my fingers, just my arm. And that was with that one rod because it didn't have the plastic at the end. Now see, this one has got wider at the bottom, it's skinnier at the top. So you would wrap it this way. That means you'd have a really light, big curl at the top, and then it would get thinner. So it'd be tighter at the end. But with my fine, thin hair, I really don't want the tight curl at the end. I want it to be, you know, beachy. So I like the other one a little bit better. And they have another size. So they have every size type of curl that you would want in this curling iron. So you're only having to have one curling iron and then 8 different wands for 8 different looks. And this is my favorite. I like this one the best. So this is pretty cool. I'm glad they sent this to me. You know, that was an awesome surprise. I love getting surprises. And I love this curling iron. Like I said, I love every tip, but to be honest with you, I hate this one. So you do have to use the heat glove until you get used to it, or just at least pay attention to your fingers. But that's with any rod curling iron. So I do suggest, if you're still using a clamp curling iron, toss it, because it is terrible for your hair. A lot of fun, and the carrying case, I seriously felt like a a professional hair beautician stylist when they sent this to me. It is so cool. It's like a faux leather on the outside and then a satiny material on the inside. I get to keep everything in its place nicely, clean and organized, put it back in its box, and then store it with the rest of my boxes of styling tools. Looks nice and neat. I want to thank them for sending this to me. This is so cool. It heats up in like 20 seconds. I mean, it's quick to heat up. But to change wands, you do need to wait until it cools down before you change wands. And you want to make sure the tool is off when you put a new wand in, because I've seen some people, you know, got error messages and they're like, what's going on? Is, you know, this is acting funny. No, it's because you plugged it in. You put the new tool on probably when this is turned on. You can't do that. You have to make sure it's turned off and then put the new tool on. Wait till it cools off, take it off, and then change to a different wand if you want to use 2 different wands. But it doesn't take that long. So that's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I'll put in a before picture of my hair, what it looks like when it's not curled, and then you can see my hair here. I like this beachy look. Yeah, it held its curl. And it's soft, look at that. So I'm really happy with it. I'm always looking for different ways to wear my hair when I don't have my extensions in, or curlier looks like this. So when fall comes around and I start wearing my long extensions, because I can't wear those in the heat, when I start wearing my long extensions, these big curls like this help hide where my extensions are clipped in. So then I have a bunch of curls. You don't see the stop and start between my hair and my extensions, and these will work on the extensions. Okay, well, I just wanted to give you a quick review on another curling tool. If you notice, I don't do a lot of reviews. Most of the reviews that I do are pertaining to hair, just for the fact that I struggle with my hair, and so any chance I get to try different things, I'm gonna try them, because, you know, my hair's thinning as I get older and I need to find new ways to do it. And so I get excited when I have new tools to play with. And like I said, I've been using their steamer curling iron for date night. I've been using their flat iron every day as like I use it with my extensions after I wash them, and then I use it just to straighten my hair in the mornings. If I'm in a hurry, that's my go-to. And now this is another option I have for a date night, or if I just want to feel extra girly with some curlies. Okay, well, this is Amy with Fashion Toppings. Until next time, you have a great day.